All right, we back once again. Hope you guys had a great weekend. So I will be back with original content. This is original too, but this is more focused on Tickeron, who I partner with, who I really, really do like their service. I'm going to show you a little bit about how I'm using it, and then also I'll be doing some streams on this as well. How I use it. I actually use it in conjunction with Unusual Whales, just to have automated generated ideas, stuff that I would probably chart or look at on my own, but the stuff, I just try to basically automate it. So what I'm also doing is automating an algorithm. So that's why I haven't been posting a lot of videos, is I've been really trying to focus on how to create an algorithm that trades for you. If you guys know me from my first introduction videos with algos and that kind of thing, those were not really algos. Those are just kind of basically charting patterns, but they didn't trade for you. So they'd give you buy and sell signals, but they were not executing the orders for you. So that's the next step, is creating an algorithm that can execute the orders, the buys and the sells together, and you can basically just let it run. So that's the idea here. So everything I try to do is automated. Everything I try to do is trade with every bit of leverage that I can get. But here's how I'm going to kind of set up this week. I wanted to show you guys the process with that. If you're interested in that, stick around. First thing we're going to start off with is the screener. This is my favorite part of the screener, is the scorecard. There's 4 different tabs here. You can look at the fundamentals if you're a fundamental analysis type of person. You got all these different ratios. You got your beta, you got your PE ratio, your price to book ratio, that kind of stuff. If you're a technical analysis guy and fundamental analysis guy, you can look at there's some built-in fundamental analysis ratings that you can get for the stocks that Tickeron has built in, so that's kind of nice. And then you also got just some normal technical analysis indicators of momentum and trend and that kind of thing that you can build into a screener. So you can go all fundamental, you can go kind of a mix. But my favorite is this one, simply because I like Tickeron for the AI side of it for the most part. So I come in here and we're just going to click AI predictions for the next week. And since I'm just trading, it's the beginning of the week, I'm just going to be trading this week. We're just going to apply the filter there for that and just see what pops up here. So for bullish in the next week. All right. Obviously, we're bullish on mostly everything, but I like to focus on stuff. We're going to change this time frame to last week. I like to focus on things that have insider buying and selling. So that's kind of nice having this tab here that shows that. So you can see stuff that's bullish in the next week and stuff with insider buys. And you can basically select, out of all the 2,600 that showed up, almost 2,600, we're gonna rank it by the ones with the most buying, insider buying and selling. Now, what's interesting about this particular list that shows up here, I'm just going to kind of focus on the top 5, and there's a couple stocks here that are pretty common too, Rocket Mortgages and Booking. Those have insider buying as well, so I'm kind of looking at those as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add those. I'm not going to focus on those just yet. Here's what I want to see here. So we got the buying and selling rank, then we got the technical analysis score. So you get a nice little idea. You don't have to go chart these. So that's kind of nice. You already got a little bit of a chart there for the last week, but this will already score it for you. So you can just basically glance at the list, say, okay, I like that stock, and you don't have to go chart it yourself because they do that for you. And they also give you a fundamental analysis score as well. So if you're a fundamental analysis person, this is already giving you the scores for that stock based on the Tickeron fundamental analysis ratings. So that's kind of nice too. Again, you don't have to go do crunching a bunch of numbers and reading, 10 Qs and those kind of things just to try to figure out what's going on. So also the drawdown. I thought this was interesting when I first looked at this list. The drawdown for the last week looks like these are on dips. So if you're a dip type of buyer, buying stuff on a dip into insider trading into a predicted AI bullish scenario. Not a bad situation here. You're getting some discounts here from what I can tell. I've traded this stock and I've traded this stock. These I don't really recognize them. But so based on everything I'm looking at here, we got dip buys on decreasing volume. So the volume here, daily volume change, those are decreasing. This one was increasing. So I'm not too sure about this one going down increasing volume with only a million insider buy. I'm not too sure about that. It's also very, very bearish into the next month. So this one's a little bit scary for me. This one has a bad fundamental analysis score, even though it's bullish. But this one doesn't look that great to me just because of the fundamental analysis being low. These two don't look that great to me just because there are insider selling going on here. This one actually is a net insider sell of 2 million. This one has some insider selling. It's not a lot. So I'd probably keep that one around. But this one definitely looks good. I've traded this before. It's not a big mover. So this might just be some sort of just safe park your money. The drawdown wasn't that big. Just put your money in there. You probably make money. It's not even that big of a deal. And then Rocket Mortgages, traded that one. BKNG, bad fundamentals. But I've traded this one in the past, so I'm fairly confident I could trade that one. So I want it on the watch list. Same with this one. And then maybe even that one too. I'm not ignoring this one. I've been bouncing around here because this has a sell on it. So I don't want to mess around. If the system is saying sell, why would I argue with it when there's a billion buys here? There's a strong buy here if I wanted to go down here. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff. But just for the purposes of creating the watch list, boom, we're just going to go in here and create a watch list real quick. This is going to be the, AI bullish next week from 8/14, which is the day I created it, scanner. So we're just going to create that. Then we can copy everything to the clipboard. So everything that we selected is copied to the clipboard. And then I'm going to go over here to AI real-time patterns. So I'm going from the screener to AI real-time patterns. And so this is how we're going to trade these stocks. We're going to trade these 5 bullish stocks, and we're just going to wait for this to show up some signals here. So we need to go in here to stocks, tickers, clear all those out, and then paste, add those, and we're going to get rid of all these, clear those, don't have any of those. We have all the pattern types selected. So most people are charting these by hand. I'm on Twitter all the time. I see people posting, their triangles, their pennants, their flags, their cup and handles. Definitely head and shoulder. You see a head and shoulder on any time frame, but there's 39 patterns that are going to be scanned on these 5 stocks throughout the day. So based on your time frame. So we're going to actually just have that. Now this is just an example. I would have way more tickers to look at than just 5. I would have other ways of developing a watch list. I would probably have 30 or 40 being filtered through the real-time pattern. But yeah, so here's already KWR with a breakout signal here. Confidence level of 51%. So there's your edge right there. Is basically having something with even 1% of an edge is an edge. So current confidence 60%. This emerged on the 11th, and it was confirmed on the 12th. So we had a bullish scan with insider buying into a dip, and then now we have the pattern breakout. So I like that combination here, and so I'll just sit here, and this will just update on its own throughout the day, and you just hit refresh, and every couple minutes or so, and it'll give you new signals based on your watch list. So, and you can see in here, you can change the time frame, you can filter out pattern types, you can select themes or industries, categories, and you can just have as many tickers that you want to watch as possible. So also have push notifications, so if a new signal emerges, it'll get sent to your email. You can have it sent right to your browser. It'll just pop up down here. So there you go, quick and dirty, easy way to kind of combine all the tools with Tickeron into a watch list that you could trade during the day. Or go about your day and just wait for it to send you some signals based on, based on your bias, essentially, based on what the market is telling you. There is a sale going on right now with Tickeron. You can go in there and get 79% off or $180 on the Tickeron's buy and sell daily signals. So I'm going to leave the link in the description for that, and we'll see you next time. Peace.